You can smell it the moment you walk in. That heavy, stale, smoky air that sits in your lungs and makes you feel like you need to escape your own home. Maybe it's wildfire smoke sneaking through the windows. Maybe it's cooking fumes that just won't leave. Maybe your house just feels thick and suffocating no matter what you do. And you've probably tried opening windows, burning candles, or spraying air freshener, and it still doesn't go away. What if I told you there's a ridiculously simple hack, using items you already have in your home right now, that can dramatically reduce smoke, clear out airborne particles, and completely transform the air quality inside your home? In under an hour? No expensive air purifier, no fancy gadgets, no calling anyone, just a simple science-backed trick that the big air purifier companies absolutely do not want you to know about. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, step by step. But before we dive in, a quick safety note. Everything in this video is completely safe, family-friendly, and uses only common household materials. However, if your home has extremely heavy smoke from a fire or a gas leak, please evacuate and call emergency services immediately. This hack is for everyday smoke buildup, cooking odors, wildfire haze, and general poor air quality, not emergency situations. Now, do not skip any part of this video. Every section builds on the last, and if you miss a step, you won't get the full result. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now. We post practical, money-saving home hacks every single week, and you do not want to miss what's coming next. Let's get into it. Here's something most people don't think about. The air inside your home can actually be 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside. That's not a theory. That's a fact, backed by environmental health researchers. When you cook, you release grease particles, carbon monoxide, and volatile organic compounds into the air. When wildfire smoke enters through tiny gaps in your windows and doors, it carries ultrafine particles that are small enough to go deep into your lungs. When you burn candles or incense or even just use certain cleaning sprays, you add more chemical compounds to the air. And if your home doesn't have great ventilation, which most homes don't, all of that just sits there. It stagnates, it builds up. And over time, breathing that air causes headaches, fatigue, irritated eyes and throat. And for vulnerable people like children, elderly family members, or anyone with asthma, it can be genuinely dangerous. The problem isn't just the smoke you can see. It's the microscopic particles and odor molecules you can't see that are floating through every room in your house right now. And that's exactly what this hack targets. Here is everything you need. And I promise, you already have most of this at home. You need a box fan. Any basic box fan works. It doesn't have to be new or expensive. You need a furnace filter or HVAC filter. The flat, rectangular kind you find at any hardware store or home goods store. You want to look for a rating of MPR 1000 or higher, or a MERV rating of 11 or above. These are designed to capture fine particles, and they cost around $3 to $5. You also need a roll of painter's tape, or any strong tape you have on hand. That's it. 3 items: a fan, a filter, and tape. Optional but very helpful: baking soda, white vinegar, and a spray bottle. These will support the hack and help neutralize odors at the same time. We're building a DIY air filtration system that works on the exact same principle as air purifiers that sell for $300, $400, even $500, and we're doing it for almost nothing. Let me quickly explain the science so you understand exactly why this works. Because once you understand it, you'll never go back to just opening a window and hoping for the best. Air purifiers work through a combination of 2 things: filtration and circulation. The filter traps particles as air passes through it. The fan forces air through the filter repeatedly, cleaning it over and over as it circulates through the room. The type of filter matters enormously. A basic fiberglass furnace filter will catch large dust particles, but it won't catch the fine smoke particles that are making your air quality poor. A higher rated MERV 11 or above filter has a much denser mesh of fibers inside. When smoky air passes through that mesh, the tiny particles get physically trapped in the fibers and don't come out the other side. What comes out the other side is significantly cleaner filtered air. Now here's the key thing people miss: direction matters. The fan needs to pull air through the filter, not push it. When air gets pulled through, it passes through every fiber in the filter material slowly and thoroughly. When it's pushed through, it blows right past the edges and leaks around the seal. Pulling is filtering. Pushing is bypassing. We're going to pull. And because the fan is circulating air through the filter continuously over the course of 20 to 45 minutes, every cubic foot of air in that room will pass through the filter multiple times. That's how we get a dramatic, noticeable result. Not a slight improvement, but a real transformation. Now let's build it. Take your box fan and lay it flat on a table or the floor so you can see both the front face and the back. Look for the direction arrow on the fan. There's almost always a small arrow indicating which direction the air flows. You want air to be flowing out of the fan's front face. That means the back of the fan is where air gets pulled in. That's where we attach the filter. Take your furnace filter and hold it up against the back of the fan. The filter has two sides, a rougher side and a smoother side. The rougher side, or the side with the wire mesh or cardboard grid, should face outward, away from the fan. That's the intake side. The smoother, denser side faces the fan. Now take your tape and seal all four edges of the filter against the fan. Go around every edge firmly and make sure there are no gaps. This is the most important step. If air can sneak around the edges of the filter without going through it, you're just moving dirty air around the room. Seal it tight. Run your hand around the edge. If you feel any air movement along the edges, add more tape. Once it's fully sealed, you now have a functional DIY air purifier. Place the fan unit with the filter side facing toward the center of the room, or toward the area with the most smoke or odor. Do not put it directly against a wall. You want the front of the fan blowing filtered air into the room with plenty of space to breathe. Turn it on to medium or high speed. Now, for maximum effect, here's a placement trick that almost no one talks about. If smoke is entering your home from outside, place the fan near a partially opened window, but position it so the filter faces inside the room and the fan face points outward. This creates negative pressure. Air gets pulled in through the filter and pushed back out, meaning incoming smoky air gets filtered before it circulates through your home. It's a game changer during wildfire season. If the smoke or odor is already inside, from cooking for example, place the fan in the center of the room or near the kitchen and let it run. For multi-room situations, position the fan in the hallway so it can pull air from connected rooms through the filter and clean the air across a larger area. While the fan runs, mix equal parts white vinegar and water in a spray bottle and lightly mist any soft surfaces, sofas, curtains, rugs, that have absorbed the odor. Vinegar is a natural acid that neutralizes the alkaline odor compounds in smoke. It doesn't just mask the smell, it chemically breaks it down. Place an open container of baking soda near the fan. Baking soda is a passive odor absorber. It won't actively filter the air, but it will absorb lingering odor molecules from the air that passes near it. Give the whole system 45 minutes to run. Don't open every window and door while it runs. Controlled airflow is more effective than chaotic cross-ventilation. Crack one window slightly to allow a small amount of fresh air in, and let the fan system do the work. After 45 minutes, walk back into the room. The difference is immediate and dramatic. That heavy, stale quality that felt like breathing through a wet cloth, it's gone. The sharp, acrid smell of smoke, significantly reduced or completely eliminated. The air feels lighter, cleaner, and noticeably fresher. Look at the filter on the back of the fan. If your air quality was poor, you will see visible gray or brown discoloration on the filter surface. That is the particulate matter, the smoke particles, dust, pollen, and pollutants that would have otherwise been floating in your lungs. That's what you breathed before. That's what the filter caught instead. This is why people who try this hack once become absolute believers in it immediately, because the evidence is visible. You can see what was in your air, and you can feel the difference. A few important safety points before you go. Replace the filter after each heavy use session or every 2 to 4 weeks if you're running this regularly. A clogged filter stops working and can strain the fan motor. Never run the fan unattended while you sleep if you're not confident it's properly assembled. Make sure the fan is plugged into a stable outlet and isn't overheating. Do not use this method in place of evacuation or professional help in a genuine fire emergency. And keep children and pets away from the fan while it's running. The filter doesn't change the fact that it has spinning blades. For ongoing air quality maintenance, get in the habit of running this setup for 30 minutes after cooking every day. Keep a box of baking soda open in your kitchen and replace it monthly. Wipe down your kitchen exhaust hood filters regularly. Most people never clean them, and they become a source of recirculated grease particles. Add a few houseplants. Snake plants and peace lilies are all proven to absorb certain airborne compounds passively over time. And check your home's furnace or HVAC filter every 3 months. Here's what we just did together. With a box fan, a $5 furnace filter, and a roll of tape, we built a functioning air filtration system that reduced smoke, captured airborne particles, and transformed the air quality inside your home. No expensive machine, no complicated setup. No waiting around hoping the air would somehow get better on its own. This is the kind of hack that changes how you think about your home environment. Because clean air isn't a luxury, it's something every family deserves. And now you know exactly how to get it without spending a fortune. In our next video, we're going to show you how to permanently eliminate musty odors from your basement and bathroom using one ingredient you already have in your kitchen. You are not going to want to miss that one. If this video helped you, smash that like button right now. Leave a comment below and tell me, what's the biggest air quality problem in your home? Smoke? Cooking smells? Mustiness? Let me know and I'll make a dedicated video just for that. Share this video with someone who needs it. Subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you never miss a hack. I'll see you in the next one.